I lost consciousness. I passed into a world of darkness. I mean, it was so dark that there's no words in the human language to describe crossing the veil. I really felt abandoned, all alone. First time I'd ever experienced that kind of darkness. There was no light. And then all of a sudden I saw something that come right out of the top of that darkness. And it was like a tape that was just twirling around like this as it come down. Just like this tape, it comes right in front of my eyes and turns just like that 3 times. And every time it turned, I'm reading it. It's a verse of scripture, Hebrews chapter 9, verse 27. It is appointed unto all men once to die, after this the judgment. It is appointed unto all men once to die, after judgment. 3 times that thing turned. And 3 times I read it. When I realized that this was God's way of supernaturally revealing to me that I had met my appointed time to die. So I prayed a very short and pointed prayer. I asked God to extend my life. I was familiar with the fact that he had a precedent in his word for extending life. Of course, he extended Hezekiah's life for 15 years. And I knew that. So I asked him to extend my physical life. And then that's when I had the first ever supernatural encounter. Out of that vast darkness come the most beautiful voice I've ever heard in my life. There's no music created that would any way mimic the beauty of that sounding of that voice. As the voice spoke to me, the voice said to me, "Stop. No more pain. Peace, rest, security, all that you've ever wanted, just don't breathe." I'm breathing by willpower at that point. Every breath, it took all the strength I could get in, and when I got to the area, it took all the strength I had to get it out. I'm breathing by willpower. And he's telling me, "Stop, don't breathe." And my spirit was saying to me, "Listen, God's speaking." God speaking said, "Don't breathe." And then I got to try to shut it down, what I'm doing. And then the realization hit me as though I screamed as loud as I could in my spirit. "No, what am I doing? I just asked God to extend my life. Don't breathe, I'm going to die." "You are not God." With that exclamation, Satan fled from me.
So this voice, you had just asked the Lord to spare your life, and a beautiful voice said, "Just let go."
Yeah, but look what he said. Listen, he said, just what he said tells what I've been taught on my security. Security. That's what Baptists teach. Once you save forever, no matter what. That's what they teach. Security. And he used that on me right away. The first thing he used, security, peace, rest. All you've ever wanted, just stop breathing. There, in the valley of death, at the door, he lied to me. He told me he was God. He couldn't kill me. He had to get me to kill myself. You better know the spirit that speaks to you. So that's when the angels took my spirit out of my body. And we went from darkness to light, just like that. Out of darkness into light. I'd crossed the veil. I was on the other side. The first thing they brought me to see was a verse of scripture being acted out like a stage play. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, against principalities," word plural, "powers," word plural, "rulers of the darkness of the world," the menagerie of our enemy. There was this, looked like a long table with all these beings sitting around. The devil himself sits at the end. And all these spirits are princes that operate the principalities of the dark world. That's where the warfare plans for spiritual war is actually designed and planned. Satan does nothing without plan. He plans everything. Everything is planned. It's right down to the... So let me show you how it works. Every one of those spirits sitting at that table, head of principality, he has divided the world into principalities, territories. Over these territories, he puts a prince. Each prince is given as many demon spirits as he needs to carry out his plan for that principality. You take some continents might be one principality because there might be no threat to the kingdom of darkness. Where there's no threat, no major threat to the kingdom of darkness, one prince could handle a whole continent that's there. But America is many principalities. There's many threats. Even down to an individual could be a principality, depending on what the threat is. But this is how that thing works. As I watched it, they let me see part of a plan that really shook me up because I knew about the plan. I call it a skeleton. It was just an outline. And it was the same identical outline that John was able to see, and he wrote about it in Revelation. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Revelation 13, 7 through 9. The master plan to capture the world, to capture the church. That's why we've got cotton candy religion today. What is cotton candy religion? Hot air. Doctrines of demons, Paul called. Doctrines of demons are being expounded from the pulpits of so many churches today. He's captured the church, what he said he was going to do. And he's done it. He's already got it.